Welcome back to yet another episode of
What's
the
up,
podcast.
guys? How we
Take
doing?
2. The camera just died.
Yeah, we'll see if you're watching this or not.
Thanks to God, we didn't film too much.
Yeah, I don't know I don't
know.
We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
technology stuff, no?
I know, it's just, yeah. Sometimes it gets weird.
It's annoying. Yeah.
It's annoying, it gets weird, especially for us that work with these kind of things all day.
And you're relying on all these
And
things.
you rely on these things. I remember when the light went out in Spain, like back in April, and I couldn't really do anything at all. I just spent the whole day looking at the ceiling. It was, well, might as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I remember I felt so useless like never before.
Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do now with my life? I don't have phone.
There's no internet.
There's nothing. Fuck me. But we're talking about that you're feeling sore.
Yeah, man, I'm super sore.
Okay.
I went to a reformer Pilates class with my girlfriend the first time, and it was actually insane. It's actually really, I mean, it's not something I would do occasionally, maybe here and there, but the mind-muscle connection was insane. And respect to all those girls who are really into this stuff, because, well, I mean, it depends on the person, obviously, but I think the more muscles you have, the more it burns. so that's the other thing.
And
no?
the harder
like,
it is, yeah.
The average Pilates person is not like
Like
built
50
like,
kilos.
yeah, you're not like a muscle beast, right? But yeah, anyways, it was nice, and I feel muscles I never even knew they existed in the first place. But it's nice for a change.
I like it. I've never tried it myself, but I have clients that do that on the side from the normal training, and they always say like, well, they say that it's first of all very different, but also they say it's quite fucking hard because it looks kind of like, you know, like easy, like the movements and everything, but then you do it and it's like, okay, well, there's a lot of isometric work and constant tension, and you need to be very aware of it. So it's like, oh, well, maybe it's not that easy. I mean, I haven't tried it myself, but it doesn't look that easy.
And then when you know, I mean, it looks kind of mediocre or easy, but then when you're doing it, it's different, right? And then you can set the resistance of the machine. So obviously it depends on your level. And then also, of course, the teacher comes, and then if you do something wrong, then like this, that, and then they twist your hips and everything. So it's really, it's not easy. It's not easy.
I think it's kind of like like a metaphor for life, because what looks easy isn't really necessarily easy, and then what looks hard, maybe it's not really that hard. So I think Pilates is one of those things that it looks easy. Well, try it before you judge it. You know what I mean?
I think it's also funny because you can see these videos on Instagram, for example, where guys try Pilates, right? And then
like
you can see them
tries Pilates.
and then you're fucking shaking. It's so funny. But I think it's on point. I was shaking, and all those girls, you know, they were like doing it easy peasy, and I was like, wow, I'm a pussy. But yeah, no, it was nice.
No, and I think you need to go like same with training, like through that first phase of adapting to that, and then you should be okay. But also like the first couple of sessions, it's gonna be fun. A couple of days after, it's gonna be quite sore.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's really nice actually.
Nice.
And they made me buy like these socks, no, that prevent you from slipping.
Okay.
Because you see also all these videos, no, where girls hurt themselves, like they fall in between the machine because it's like moving, no.
Because it's slippery. Okay,
and then you can slip and then you can fall on your face or something.
Oh, wow.
So they made me buy these socks, and the other day I was watching a YouTube video on the guy pretty much built a business in a few months on these socks. Okay. And he literally, I don't know, he made a fuck ton of money within a few months. And I was like, who buys these socks? And now it makes sense.
Well,
also, the city here in Barcelona is full of these Pilates classes. Like when you're walking on the street, you can see it's many classes.
That's funny, because a lot of people nowadays, like, how do I get rich? How do I get rich? They think they need to come up with this crazy idea that, how do I get rich? I'll sell fucking Pilates socks.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really need to reinvent the wheel. It's just like do something that sells and works, and just go for it.
No, actually, this guy in this video, he talks about like why did he start selling these socks, and how did he start. We keep looking at the camera because
just
afraid.
in case.
Anyways, and then he explains, and then he also hired some people from social media who were into Pilates, and then he made some shots and photos, and then he set up a store, like an online store. And I mean, apparently it's a thing now, and Pilates is becoming huge.
It's very huge.
And now, after today's session, I understand why. Why. It's a really good sport to tone your muscles and also to train your mind-muscle connection. It's definitely really good. And again, the more muscles you have, the more it burns and the more you feel it. So.
And it's also less stress for your joints compared to like a normal gym session where you can actually like put your joints and ligaments and everything into a lot of stress because of the weights. Here, you get more kind of like muscular stress, but not necessarily that much on your joints.
Yeah.
And I think it's healthier in the long run. Of course, if you want to look like a bodybuilder, well, it's not your thing. It's the gym. But like overall, I think it's a really good way of just burning some calories and staying active and just doing some sort of exercise.
Yeah,
and now it's very huge. Like now, fucking 8 people out of 10 do Pilates. Well, it's either Pilates, CrossFit, or paddle. So I mean, yeah, one of the three.
Well, there are these things, that are really hyped now. Yeah. No, but again, I can recommend. I think it's nice, and it's also a good way to let go of your ego, because I think most guys have this, like Pilates. What is this?
Yeah.
You know, and then you go there and they're like shaking. So yeah, it's interesting. It's fun.
That's good. Also, gym guys who are like, oh, I bench fucking 200 kilos, and then they go there and they go with the lightest resistance and they're shaking.
Yeah.
So it's an ego killer. So I like that.
It is, and I think it's much needed for some guys.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
But yeah, man. Let's get to today's topic.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this, how every person has the potential, I do believe, whenever it comes to achieving goals, whenever it comes to, building a business or whatever your goal is, but not every person makes it. What do you think?
Okay. I think nowadays people are. Let me see how I phrase this correctly so I can actually make sense of what I'm thinking. I think nowadays people, because of social media and everything, everyone tries to encourage and motivate everyone to do, you can do this, you can achieve everything you want and all that. I think it's kind of like a very naive way of motivating people, because no, you cannot achieve anything that you want. And people get so confused by this affirmation of, oh, well, if he could, then I can as well. Well, yeah, Ronaldo could, but that doesn't mean that if I start training now for football, I'm going to become as big of a football star as he is. So it's like, well, can you? Not really. Yeah. So no, you cannot achieve everything and anything that you want. You can work for it and hopefully achieve it one day. But a lot of people work really hard and they don't achieve shit in their lives, because you might have the potential, but you might not have the right tools, the right set of skills, the right knowledge, the right team or connections. Like, it's not just about wherever I put my mindset to, I can achieve that. Well, that's very cool for an Instagram Reels, but real life is a different thing. And I think that I agree with that statement. Like, everyone has the potential, but not everyone will reach it, because potential is not the only thing that's needed to reach a goal.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Yeah, this is the thing, is obviously I'm a short guy. I'm probably never going to be a good basketball player, right? So that's also, you have to stay rational, right? But when it comes to achieving goals and going after your things, right? Again, first you have to be rational, but at the same time you also need to be honest with yourself. No, you need to be honest with yourself. Okay, yeah, I could achieve this, because also someone achieved this before me. So there are people who achieved this before, and I can do it too. But I see this many times, that guys, especially in my niche, when it comes to recovery, they are like, yes, I can do it. And then the other guys come in and they're like, yeah, man, just stay strong and you can do it. And that's the thing, is I see many guys, especially who are struggling with addiction, and then they get into recovery, and it literally takes them years or even decades, because they don't have the right tools, they don't have the right support. Maybe they never hire a professional person and they do everything on their own, which means that they have to figure out everything on their own. And again, the potential is there. Of course, you can overcome your addiction, but the question is more how much time is it gonna cost you, right? It's gonna cost you maybe a year or 10 years or 20, right? So there is. I always say this, that every single person has the potential to overcome, for example, addiction on her own, but also not every single person makes it, or they don't make it in time, right? Yeah. So this is just one of those things, that, okay, yeah, of course, I will not hire a coach because I don't know, my ego, or I don't have the money. That also happens a lot. No, people don't have the money, but if you don't invest in professional help, then you also have to acknowledge the fact that it's gonna take you a lot of time, and way more time, right?
And maybe also acknowledge the fact that, well, then maybe you might actually fail, which is okay, because not everything. Because I think I like this topic, because I think when I open social media, I think everyone is being over positive. Yeah. You can do this, of course, you can do anything you send your mind to.
Toxic positivity.
Yeah, I think, well, that's fucking bullshit, because that's not true. Just because all of a sudden I want to set my mindset to be like an astronaut, or be a bigger singer than Michael Jackson. Even if I work really hard every day, that doesn't mean that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think people overall have the potential, but most of the times they lack the ability to exploit that potential because, like I said, either no connections, either no knowledge, or just circumstances of life and everything. It's just like we all like to think that we can do everything and anything that we want, but it's not the truth.
Yeah.
And being like very down to earth and being actually very realistic with it, I think it's a very healthy way. Even if it's, if you actually get disappointed at yourself or you get, triggered, you cannot do anything and everything that you want. It's not true. And if you think that when you fail, because, at some point we all fail at something, you will be very fucking disappointed because you thought you could, but you realize you can't. And that's quite a big thing. So it's all about being realistic, understanding that we have an unlimited potential. But just because we have the potential, that doesn't mean that we're going to exploit it to its full capacity through our lifetimes. Yeah. We can try to, and some people do, and that's why you have all these stars like Ronaldo or Michael Jackson or Warren Buffett or all these like big names within their respective industries. But that doesn't mean that you might be one of them. Yeah. Because people say this all the time, if he could, I can as well. Well, if just because he could, that doesn't mean that you will too. Like, it's just the counterpart. It's like, let's find the middle ground. Yeah, work for it, but understand that you might not achieve that. Yeah. No?
Yeah, and circumstances matter, If you were born in the slum, and then you didn't go to school or like didn't go to a good school, I mean, this is like super extreme, but at the end of the day, it's true. And then you go on social media and you're like, this guy achieved this and that. You can't compare yourself. It's not something that that makes sense, right? And circumstances matter. Also, what you said before, 100% on point. Your connections, the people you surround yourself with, and skills, also knowledge, information, and all these things, right? And at the end of the day, sure, you can try, but also you also have to be rational and you have to be like, okay, what do I need? What is really what I need? And many people try to do something on their own when, for example, it comes to building a business, right? Mm-hmm. And building a business is about many things. It's not just one thing, especially in our case. No, you're not just a coach. You're a content creator. You create your own programs, and then you're a salesperson, and all these things. So it's not just one thing. And obviously in the beginning maybe you have to do everything on your own, but at some point you have to outsource things. And many people are stuck in this ego. No, I can do everything on my own. And then maybe, maybe you can do it. Maybe it's gonna take you 20 years. Maybe you will also burn out in the process. But also you have to look for help. You have to educate yourself. And also this is the other trap, I think, this hard work. You need to work hard. It's like, but what if you just work smart? And, you don't burn out in the process and you actually make it faster, right?
Yeah, because I like that, because people say, you should work hard. Well, hard work is not always, it's not enough. Yeah. Otherwise, construction workers that work 14 hours a day will be fucking millionaires. Yeah. And it's not the case. So it's not all about hard work. Of course, you need to work hard, but you need to have the right knowledge, the right connections, the right set of skills, the right coaches if you need them. You need more than just hope and belief. Yeah. I think I can do it. Well, that's fine. But just because you think you can doesn't mean you will. Yeah. You need to be realistic and be like, okay, I have this goal. What do I need to actually achieve this? And I mean, it's just being logical and just having some common sense. Yeah. Like I think there's over positivity on social media and everywhere. Like, of course you can do it. No, you can't. I mean, you can try, and it's better to actually try and fail than you never try and then you wonder for the rest of your life. But hey, you will have some fails, and that's okay. That's part of life. Yeah. Like that's fucking. Who was it? I remember I saw this post on social media. It was about like all these like, billionaires like fucking Jeff Bezos and Oprah and all these people. For example, J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter writer. I think she presented the book, the series of books to fucking 15 or 20 different like publishers before she actually got accepted. So what I'm trying to say by that is like, okay, just because you fail once don't stop trying, continue to try. But hey, just because they did, doesn't mean that you will actually find a yes as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is the hope, no? You can always hope. But again, you also need to get lucky. In many situations, you need to get lucky.
And I think people downplay the importance of luck. I think sometimes people just are in the right place, in the right moment, in the right time, with the right people, and that's why they make it.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. Yeah. And we all like to believe it's like, oh no, it's because I was ready or because I was... I mean, hey, not really. It's because you got lucky, which is fine. Hey, it's nothing wrong with being lucky. Fuck me, I would like to be lucky every day, but just don't downplay the importance of luck in these situations.
Yeah.
Because fucking some random kid in a lost village in Burkina Faso is not gonna have the same, the same abilities or the same, not abilities. What's the word? The same possibilities. Sorry. To be an influencer, for example, as some random rich kid in New York that can have any tool that he wants and anything that his parents buy him, and he can just start filming videos right now from the fucking Royal Palace. And it's like circumstances matter.
Yeah, a lot.
Skills matter, connections matter,
yeah.
But luck matters. Because I mean, that kid it's just an example, but that kid just got unlucky, because if he had born in a rich family, it's just an example, but I'm trying to make a point, then circumstances would have been different, and he probably would have been able to do whatever. But it's not the case. So we need to be realistic with our own circumstances, because, I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah. One of my clients asked me the other day about spirituality and my approach when it comes to spirituality, you know? And he was saying how he used to go to different therapists and different like meetings, like group meetings in addiction recovery. And I don't know why, but it's a thing that they say that you should pray. You should pray. And I was like, okay, so elaborate. And he taught me like, yeah, you should pray. I'm like, okay, I mean, I can't really do much with this. I'm not religious, so I don't really pray in that way. And then he told me like, that's what they teach. They were teaching him to pray, for the addiction to just leave, just go away. And I was like, wow,
I like that.
It's really interesting. And then he was like, but it didn't work. And I was praying, it didn't work. And I was like, what else did you do outside of praying? Oh, nothing. I sat down in the evening, I was praying. And I'm like, what is this crap? I was like, what is this crap? Like, you are a human being, you have a mind, you have your body, and you need to fucking take action. Like, you can't sit and pray, nothing is going to happen. So this, and I was like, wow, these are actually therapists, these are actually like people who have these meetings and are supposed to help people. And I was like, what the crap is this?
I think that's a whole different topic for another episode about religion and belief and all that, which we could actually talk about that in the next episode, because I find that very interesting. But I think I can kind of see both sides.
Yeah.
So I can see the recommendation, because they say that, like in neuroscience, they say that the more you repeat something, the more you actually behave according to it. And then eventually, like subconsciously, you're convincing yourself that, well, you have that or you can achieve that, and that happens, because they say that the brain doesn't understand that it doesn't really understand the difference between having achieved something or not having achieved it yet. So the more you repeat yourself that you can actually do that, then the more likely you are to behave as a person who will actually be the kind of person of achieving that. Yeah. So I think that's where praying comes into play, like actually like convincing yourself that you can do that. But also the other side is like, yeah, that's very good, but you need to actually do something about it. It's not just like me sitting here, oh please God, give me €1 million, and then tomorrow is gonna fall from the sky. That's not how it works. Yes, I can kind of like manifest or make up my neurological connections to make me behave as someone who would actually be able to achieve that. But if I don't put in the work and I just pray and then I go back to my couch or watch TV and Netflix, then nothing's gonna happen. Yeah. So I think we have to find a balance between, okay, it's okay to pray or be grateful or like write down things that you're grateful for and all these things, which are really good for mindset. But also it's just like, it's something hypothetical. You need to actually do something in the real world, which is here. Otherwise, nothing is going to change.
That's the thing.
And I think that's when, like, also what we were saying before, we're talking about hope. Well, hope is we have this saying in Spanish. I think you can kind of translate it to English as in, hope is the last thing you lose, as in is the thing that you never lose.
Yeah.
So hope is okay, but hope is not a strategy. Hope is just, it's okay, but you need more than hope.
Yeah, hope is something that supports you, no?
Exactly,
It's like
that keeps you up,
yeah.
and that when you fall down, actually like gets you back up. But you need to actually try and take certain actions that will lead you to achieve that thing. Otherwise, just by hoping, it's not gonna achieve.
Yeah.
It's just.
So it's one of those things I see in my niche. Many people post about this on Reddit. No, they're like, I'm starting my recovery. Wish me luck. I hope it's gonna work. And I'm like, okay, what else are you doing other than hoping and wishing? Is like, are you actually reading books and educating yourself? Are you actually like, going after the information? And do you actually know what you're doing? And it's like, no, I'm just one day at a time. I'm just doing willpower. And like, dudes.
I like that because I think there's a big difference between hoping and believing.
Yeah.
Because hoping, when you hope for something, you kind of like take all control of yourself. You can control something, but you still kind of like try to convince yourself that it's not only on you, there's also an element of like something abstract over there. But when you actually believe, it's like, I hope it's going to work. Well, if you have that mindset, that means that, well, on the first fail or the first obstacle, you'll be like, oh shit, well, it didn't work. But if you actually believe and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, then you will finish that, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles you have to overcome, you will actually finish it. But if you just hope for things to happen, you're also, what the fuck is with my English today? You're basically convincing yourself that you don't have full responsibility on it.
Yeah.
And then there's something that you cannot control. Well, you can, which is your own actions and thoughts. So I think it's a big difference between hoping and believing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hope actually sends this message to your subconscious that you don't really know what you're doing.
It's like, well, maybe, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Well.
It's like people who say, I will try. It's like, try to drop a pen.
Trying.
You either drop a pen or you don't.
Exactly.
You can't try, right? There's no trying.
Exactly.
So trying is also one of those, I call these red flag words. Like, I will try, I will see, I will, that actually signals to your signals that you're not serious. You're not taking it seriously, and you don't really believe in whatever you're doing.
It's like people, I'm gonna try to quit smoking.
Yeah.
Well, you quit or not? There's no trying. There's just I'm gonna try, but then if I relapse, then that's it. Then you weren't really trying in the first place. You were just seeing how much you can hold without smoking again. So like when you actually say, I'm going to do this, that's why positive affirmations and all that and the praying thing can actually like be helpful to a certain point, but you need to actually do what you're supposed to do to achieve that and not just like base everything on hope and try.
Yeah. This is the thing. I do see many people who struggle in recovery, for example, for years or decades. And this is what you said is crucial. Like, they don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, you're dealing with addiction since years, and you don't even know what you're supposed to do. Most people never did the research or never read the book. They literally have no idea what they're doing. So that's why they are like, I hope, I will see, I will try. Because deep down, they know that they don't know anything. They don't know what they're doing. So it's hard to solve something if you don't know what you're doing.
And it's also hard to overcome the obstacles that you will have to face on the way if, like from the beginning, you don't really want to. Because I think people use the trying or the hoping when they don't really want to, and they want this some sort of like divine energy to actually force them. Like, I'll try, I'll see what happens. Well, no, you're not trying. You're just bullshitting yourself. No. So like, it's okay to not know how to deal with something because we're not born knowing everything. But what's not okay is that when you like have the first fail or you face the first obstacle, you just turn around. It's like, let's assume you're driving a car on the road and then you see a car in the middle of the road. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just turn back and just drive back home, or are you gonna try to somehow go around it or move the fucking tree? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna move the fucking tree, but I'll try. Yeah. And then I'll try to keep on my journey. So I think that's where wanting and not really makes a big difference. Because if I want to, I will find a way to go around that tree. But if I don't, and if I don't really think that I am able to do it, or if I don't really want to try hard enough, when I see the tree, I'm gonna be like, well, I tried. Let's go back home.
Yeah. This ties back to the fact that most people don't believe in themselves. I think, when you don't believe in yourself, then you will also turn around. You will quit after maybe the first failure, maybe the second. You will say things like, I will try, I will see, I hope. These things. When you don't believe in yourself, that's what you do, right?
And I think the issue is that people who don't believe in themselves and actually try to achieve, like, quit smoking, quit porn addiction, quit all these things, because they don't believe in themselves, they're actually expecting that first fail to actually, like, reassure that belief that they had. Like, see, I knew I couldn't, so I'm not gonna try anymore. And it's just a vicious cycle, that just feeds into it. Like, I don't think I can, I'm gonna try, I fail, see, exactly what I thought. So it's just a very weak mindset to have.
I always say that your subconscious will prove you right. Like, no matter what you believe deep inside, if you believe that you're a failure, you are weak, then your actions will prove that, right? So you will keep, you will be stuck in this vicious cycle.
That ties up to what we were saying earlier. These neurological connections, that the more you repeat something to yourself, the more you start to subconsciously believe it. So if you keep telling yourself, I can't, I don't think I can, blah, 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 you actually start believing it, and you actually start behaving like the person who actually thinks they cannot achieve that.
And many times it's also subconscious. So it's like you're not even conscious of it. Right?
You're just feeding that thought, I can't, I don't think I can. You're just feeding that negative talk on your own head, that it's just going to prove you right. Because it's just this quote that's always on the internet. It's like, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Because the more you think of one of the options, the more real it's going to become.
Still people say, no, I'm lazy. I don't have time. Yeah, guess what? That's going to be a reality.
Exactly. And then they start behaving according to that, even if it's not true. And that's why it fits it. Whereas if you actually do the opposite way, and I don't have a lot of time, but I can make 30 minutes to work out. I can make 30 minutes to actually go to therapy. I can make 30 minutes for this and that. You actually start to find the right moments to do all the actions that are going to actually lead you to achieve that goal. But just because you were actually thinking that, you know what, I actually can, and if I don't know how to, I will find a way. But it's your baseline is a positive thought, not a negative one. As in, I can't. Well, if you can, and if you really believe you can, why bother even trying?
Now, one of my clients told me the other day that I'm not patient, and what did he say? I'm not disciplined.
Then start being.
And I told him, dude, these are skills. You can literally build these skills, right? Like, work on these skills. So, but then he also understood and was like, yeah, man, you're right. So, but there are people who are not there yet, right?
Those kind of people. This is how I am. Well,
this is just me.
This is, well, turn around and fuck off.
No,
like I really hate that. Like, this is how I am.
I can't change.
Change it. Like, I've tried. Well, you haven't tried, because if you actually tried, you would have actually changed. So you weren't really trying. So this is me. Well, it's you now, but you can change.
It's not. People are so identified with their mind and with these limiting beliefs now.
Because they don't like to change. Because everyone likes to think they're perfect and all that. And then when they see they're not, it's like, oh shit, I get offended.
But also change is uncomfy. No, like you don't know what's coming, the uncertainty. It's scary. But of course. If you want to live a good life, you have to change. There is no way around it, right? If you want to stay stuck, of course, be my guest, but you will not live a happy life, right?
Exactly. And I think that uncertainty of change is a good thing, because you know that whatever comes is going to be better than what you are right now.
But that's the mindset you have. I think most people don't have this mindset.
Well, I mean, that's
it's shit now, it's gonna get even worse,
I try to think the opposite way. Like, I like change, because that means I'm gonna improve in some way. I'm gonna become whatever, like a bit more smart, a bit more in control of my emotions.
But for this, you have to trust life, and you have to trust yourself.
I think you need to trust yourself more.
That's the thing.
Like, and that goes back to what we're saying of believing or not believing. Because I believe that if I try and if I do this, well, see, that mistake by my part, trying, no. I believe if I do that, I will come out of the situation better. But people are like, well, I don't know, that's kind of scary.
The doom thinking kicks in. Yeah.
Exactly. And because of fear, it's like, oh, I don't know, yeah, but that's hard, I don't want to do it. Well, so you don't want to go through the hardness of changing, and you want to still being stuck of the hardness of being what you are right now? It's like same as with porn addiction, or in my case, with my client, like weight loss. Yeah, but losing weight is hard. Well, so it fucking is being morbidly obese. Yeah. So I mean, choose your heart. Yeah. I think people are weak in that sense when it comes to mindset.
Yeah. No, but 100%. I also see many people who, you say something and then there's an excuse, and then you say something and then
I hate that.
Another excuse.
I hate that.
And it's just like, okay, if you want to search for excuses, you will find an answer. You will always find excuses, right?
Always.
So if you don't want to do it, just might as well know. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I don't want to change, whatever. No, but
I hate that.
Excuses.
And I had one of these clients. Fuck me. I had one of these clients that he texted me once. He was like, Mark, I need to lose 10 kilos. Like, but now. Oh shit. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, let's talk. Okay, well, so what's the plan? So I want to go to the gym. Okay, when are you going to go to the gym? Well, I don't know, because I work from 8 in the morning to 4 in the evening, 4 p.m. Like, okay, well, maybe you want to go before going to work? Oh, no, I'm not waking up that early to go to the gym. Okay, so you want to go? You want to go after work? No, because you're like, no one is touching my Netflix session at night. So when the fuck do you want to go work out?
4 p.m. is not even night.
Yeah, but like, when do you want to go work out? Well, I don't know. Well, fuck me. Then how do you think you're gonna lose the weight? It's like, well, I don't have time. Well, you do.
But he can buy a spinning
fucking awesome
machine.
Thing.
No, you can buy the spinning machine, or you can buy like a treadmill, and then you can watch Netflix meanwhile.
That's what I was thinking. He was like, no, you don't touch my Netflix session at night with my popcorn. Okay, well, shit. Then why are you even texting me?
5 hours Netflix session.
It's like, why are you even texting me then? If you're like, I think some. Yeah, well, that's a topic for a different.
I mean, stupidity is one thing. Yeah, but
I like those kind of behaviors where you actually try to give a solution to a person and then they find right away another excuse. It's like, well, it's you who wants it, not me. I'm just trying to help you out. But if you are not helping yourself out, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, you have to help yourself first, no?
If you don't do that, what do you expect me to do? I'm going to try to give you solutions, but if you don't take any, well, fuck you.
Stop wasting my time.
That's it. Exactly. People are weird. People are weak, not weird.
Yeah. I think we keep coming back to this, but I do agree. I think people are weak in the mind. And that's why addiction exists. That's why people have their problems, no? At the end of the day, you have a problem because you're in your comfort zone. Because you're in your comfort zone because you're afraid to take action.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think we always talk about this, about how people are this weak because we have everything so easy nowadays. Because especially in the Western world and, Europe and United States and all that, like, in the most developed countries, everything is so easy. But if you fucking find a kid in fucking Zimbabwe that has to walk 10 kilometers for a glass of water, I'm sure he's going to be more willing to actually put in the work for anything than you are. Because he doesn't really have it that easy, and he doesn't take things for granted, and he will actually do whatever he needs to actually achieve that water or that meal or this or that. But because you have it so easy, then you're weak, and then you're like, well.
Easy times create weak people. This we talked about last
episode. Exactly. Yeah, and I think we're living very easy times overall, even if it doesn't seem like it. I think the easiness, if that's even a word in English, of today's day and age is creating very weird generations and very weird people. Yeah. Very weak, sorry, not weird.
But weird too.
We're weird as well. You're weak and weird, so fuck you. No.
But both are true.
No, but I think like today's day and age is creating a lot of weak people.
Yeah.
And the upcoming generations are the ones who are going to actually have to pay the price, because those weak people are going to actually create hard times, and then it's going to be up to the other generations to actually fix that. Yeah. So
that's why we are here, no? That's why we also started this podcast. That's why we are coaching people to change people's mindset and to help them achieve their goals, no? And to
for as long as we're here, let's try to contribute to society in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this episode is going to trigger those Netflix people, no?
I hope. I fucking hope.
And thank you guys for watching.
Thank you as always, guys. Episode. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
that was
a little bit triggering, I guess, but it's fine.
I mean, hey, sometimes you need some tough love to actually realize
if you
things.
get triggered, it's on you. Reflect on why you got triggered in the first place, and then take action. Thank you guys for watching. Please follow, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to support us.
Join to the team, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you in the next one.
Peace.